everyone, Miguel Hito of your Cranial Emission Show here. Getting dialed into the show on the interweb and social media, it's a piece of cake. Here's a few ways you can do it. First and foremost, our home base is Spreaker.com. Search the Cranial Emission Show. And on iPhone and Android markets, download the Spreaker app and listen to live or to archive shows right on your phone or tablet. Next, visit our Facebook page under the Cranial Emissions Network, and Twitter @CranialE, YouTube, the Cranial Emissions Show _official. And you can even email us with your questions and comments at thecranialemissionshow@gmail.com. If you want to be part of the show, you can call in on Friday nights between 7 and 9 Eastern Standard Time at 813-438-6068. Thanks for listening and being part of the growing revolution that is the Cranial Emissions Show.
Hello, this is Sancho from the Cranial Emissions Show. Our celebrity voices are impersonated by Bang, Caleb, Joe, Jesus, or Miggy. Yes, we keep adding people every time.
Live from the esteemed halls of beer greatness ESB Brewing, 333 Falkenberg Road, Suite D407 in beautiful Tampa, Florida, the Cranial Emission Show featuring Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and Caleb Crispy. It's time.
Welcome to another edition, folks, of the Cranial Emission Show. Here live at ESB Brewing for the first time in a couple weeks. Located here in rainy Tampa, Florida, as we await what might be a tropical storm here in Tampa, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D!
That'll do. A little delay on that one. 407. If you want to come up here, you should if you're here in Tampa, because we've got about... looks like about 10 different beers to choose from behind the bar that the lovely Nicole and the lovely Genevieve can pour you a pint of one of ESB's finest. You want to be a part of the show, you want to call in, it's going to be a busy one today. You can do so, 813-438-6068. Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the C Squared, Caleb Crispy, all hanging out here, the Triumvirate, doing another show like we do week in and week out on a Friday. And happy to report, thank you, listeners, for the incredible amount of support that you've given us. Miggy, what are the numbers now with the support?
We're over 8,000 plays now. 8,003 plays. Give me a second. And I know we're over. Sorry, guys. I switched pages real quick. We're over 3,000 fans now. 3,039. 8,003 plays. So we're working our way.
Wow.
Now, when you go to listen to the show, you can do so by going to cranialemissions.com. That's the way we prefer that you do it, because it'll feed live into Spreaker. But the cool thing about it is it will map where you're listening from around the world. So it gives us an idea of who our fan base is, where they're listening from. It's just kind of a cool way of identifying yourself to us, and we appreciate that. It's a neat little thing that you can look at. Lou Bob is actually supposed to call in later. I did get confirmation. Apparently, Sancho, who's not with us at the moment, he's supposed to be coming in here. He told me earlier today that he did talk to Lou Bob.
Where's Lou Bob at?
He didn't say. He said he'd let Lou Bob tell me.
That figures.
I mean, they're so tight. They, have their own little inside stuff with each other. So,
hopefully not too inside, right?
Yeah, right. Oh. So he's going to call in later on. We'll find out, because it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since we've heard from him. Last we heard, he was derelict and eating out of dumpsters in London back alleys after John Wilson kicked him out. So, David, if you want to join us, we've got David Flores, who is a good friend of the show, who is a brewmaster extraordinaire in his own right, and he is setting us up for the beer call. And that's how we like to start every single show. So, Caleb, without further ado, cue the new beer call intro.
Caleb, without further ado, I'm just kidding.
magical.
It's laughing at me.
I wish I could brush my teeth with it. I want to put my dick in it.
I wanted to put its dick in me.
I wish it were winter. We could make it into ice blocks and skate on it, and then melt it in the springtime and drink it.
I love that. That was from what, Beer Fest?
That was from Beer Fest, yeah. The first one's from Old School, the
Yeah.
first part of it, and then the end's from Beer Fest, yeah.
So we have the great David Flores hanging out with us. Let me get your mic on, David. And
hello, guys.
How you
What's up?
What's going on?
David Flores, a friend of the show, who from time to time will grace us with different beers that he's been working on. And what are you bringing for us today? What's
This
one?
is a Russian Imperial Stout. It is similar to the old Rasputin.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Old Rasputin.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a little on the warm side because I just kind of like waiting for you guys. But yeah, you got a glass right there, sir.
I feel like a little squirrel on a friggin' Ice Age now, dude. Right there.
You looked a little sad for a second.
I did.
brewed
You
this
see the
in
quiver?
March.
The lip was quivering.
You didn't think you had one for a moment. It was hiding behind your computer.
I brewed this in March.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's good. Wow.
How do you
Thank
spell
you.
that? March. M-A-U. You better spell that right or I'm going to get at you. Billy Madison.
This is good.
Thank you.
This is good. It does.
Thank
You know, I used to drink Old Rasputin quite a bit.
Oh, that's rich, baby.
I think
Yeah.
this is a little sweeter than Old Rasputin.
It
That's
is.
a good
It is.
thing.
It was for 5 gallons. This is almost like 20 pounds of grains.
Yeah, that's a good thing, though. But
Yeah.
Old Rasputin, after you drink about one or two, you almost get this little bit of a Worcestershire kind of
Yeah.
aftertaste to
Yeah.
it, you know, and it'll knock you out.
And it has a little heat on the little alcohol heat on the original.
Yeah.
But this one is more mellow on the sweetness.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude. This
Do
is
you guys
absolutely
recall
stunning.
the Funky Brown Medina?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, this is the primary. The Funky Brown was the second of this.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
What do you want, about 10 and a half with this one?
11%.
Ooh, I was close.
Yeah,
I was close. I'm getting good.
yeah.
I'm getting good on the sniff test.
Yeah. You can sniff
That's why
that.
the Bucks just hired me.
Here, smell my finger.
Oh, you've got great. You've got AIDS.
Old Miggy.
What do they call that? Dirty Sanchez.
That's a self-inflicted, bro.
Old Miggy's taste buds are evolving here as he's been working at ESPN.
I got another one for you guys to try a little while later too.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So I brought 2 bottles.
Very nice. So as always, David, we appreciate your contribution here. We love having you on the show. We love
Gracias.
being able to taste your beer. So
Yeah,
thanks
thanks,
very
man.
much, sir. We appreciate it.
All right. All right. I'll check you guys in a little bit.
All right,
Cool.
buddy.
We'll be here.
Cheers.
We're still waiting to find out if the Reverend Joey T will be walking
I haven't
into
heard
the
anything
building.
from him, so I sincerely doubt. I think he's out of town.
He might still be. I know he went to, San Diego?
San Diego.
Yeah, I think that's where he went.
Oh shoot, we should have had him get in touch with the great Kevin Thomas, who's out in San Diego,
Yeah.
and or go to Sweet Bricks, because Sweet Bricks is the young ladies that do the awesome fudge and candy and stuff like that in San Diego. Who I want to order. This is what I was discussing with you on Tuesday. Is Sweet Bricks is a candy company, a new startup, and they're doing really good. They're shipping worldwide now, and I want to get some of their candy and then interview them on and try their candy live on the air. But they're really, really sweet, really, really good ladies. I found them on Periscope, and it's really cool.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
when you say order the Sweet Bricks, is this going to be like when you got the Smarties, or am I gonna actually get to eat some of this?
He has some more of those, by the way.
Oh, some Smarties.
Yeah, I was supposed to
Yeah.
go to the Legends lunch today, with the Rock's dad and the old Typhoon and stuff like that, but I couldn't, and I probably would have got him then.
So, that's right. I forgot about that lunch thing that Frank Reyes was doing.
Yeah, it was today. I missed it.
Friend of the show, Frank
3
Reyes,
months.
the legend behind FPWA, Florida Professional Wrestling Academy. That's also here at 333 Falkenberg, the business park here. But guys, let's jump into a few stories. This one was funny to me because all 3 of us, we always do research for the show. We actually do put work into this, believe it or not. And all 3 of us had this story.
This is a crazy story. This is the story of Miggy. I don't know if you've read the outline yet, but this is the story of the woman in Beijing who wasn't allowed to take the bottle of cognac on the plane with her, so she chugged the entire thing. Go ahead.
Squeeze on. What's crazy? We were perusing the same site this week.
I know we have a lot of
we had
same
like
stories. So
5 stories of the same. It was kind of
hey, that's good. At least we know each other's stories.
I'm
gonna
call seniority on that site though. All right, fire it off. This is a great story.
Yeah, well basically she was in Beijing airport and was trying to get on a flight, and they found the bottle of Remy Martin XO. It's about a $200 bottle of cognac on her, and rather than waste it and lose it, she decided she would chug it on the spot. They found her a little bit later, probably not too long later, shouting and screaming on the floor by a boarding gate, unable to stand on her own. They had to put her in a wheelchair and take her to a room where she could basically sleep it off for a while.
Unhammerify. She was hammered.
So they said she wasn't not detained or charged with any crime. So at least, hey, that's good $200, I guess.
You think they could have shipped it somehow? Like that's a.
I shit my pants.
What?
You remember that? I don't remember what store it was for, but that commercial where you could ship your clothing, and the other one, I shit my pants.
You almost lost me there, dude.
How do you think it works with when they impound stuff like this? When they won't let you take this?
No, not always. They're supposed to destroy it.
Who gets to keep it?
They're supposed to destroy it.
They
literally.
keep it.
Is it?
No.
Do you think it's the? Do you think they have like an internal system where whatever security guy is the one that if you possession is 9/10 of the law kind of thing?
You only missed 5 guns today. Here's your bottle of Remy Martin, dumbass.
Hey, that makes the job a little. They got to have the perks. Those guys don't get paid a lot for what they do. So maybe that's why they've been so friendly lately. Have any of y'all traveled recently?
I got fingered.
Well, that is friendly.
Yeah, really.
Fly the friendly skies, put a finger in your brown eye.
But no, I've traveled a couple times lately, and everybody's been extremely friendly. They must have taken the heat from everybody on it. So maybe that's how they're getting around it. Maybe they're saying, hey, you can keep what you confiscate.
Well, because the thing is, it really had gotten to the point where flying has become one of the single most unpleasant experiences in your life. With the whole, you got to take so much stuff off just to get through the line, the way they herd you like cattle. Oftentimes the way that they talk to you, never mind the delays that you experience, the layovers, all this other crap that goes with it that was already unpleasant. But it's really gotten to, you go back to the 70s and 80s, and flying was considered a luxury, and they treated you well.
Yeah. Well, and it's things have to change with the cost. They're trying to keep the cost down to keep it affordable. So you see it in the way they charge you for every upgrade. I mean, if you want to, some airlines don't even give you free refreshments. You have to pay for them. Most still give you at least soda or water, but some of you still have to pay for it. And most of them charge for your extra bags and things like that. But
headphones.
Recently, when I traveled up to Chicago and back, on the way back, we got into O'Hare Airport, which is an absolutely fantastic shithole.
It is.
And where we got dropped off was right in the middle of the terminal, so we were having to go through the main security checkpoint, which was pretty busy. And the lady that was checking your ticket before you get in the security line stopped us. She said, "Hold on," and she radioed down to another one down the way, and she said, "Hey, you guys busy down there?" And they said, "Not at all." And she just points us about probably 100 yards down the terminal and says, "Go down there." We walked down there, literally walked there, took our shoes off, walked through the line, and grabbed our bags and walked on. It was maybe 10 minutes to get through security, where you spend hours at times. So that was pretty cool.
That's what they were doing with John. It's like everybody was funneling into this one spot when literally 50 feet away you had a whole nother deck of international hub flights, and they're like, "Hey, go over here." And he got in. He was through the checkpoint in probably 45 seconds.
Oh yeah, it pays for them to do that, because then you get more people on the other side of the terminal. That's when they're going to spend the money while they're waiting. If they're waiting in line, they're not spending any money. If you can get them through that checkpoint and get them to the other side, they're going to spend all kinds of money on drinks and food and magazines and overpriced luggage and headphones and satchels.
That's what
the Toomey store.
What I love about, as you guys know, I have been bouncing back and forth to Canada to go visit quite a bit. And
was that when you played hockey?
Over the years. No. I played hockey. But Caleb likes to make fun of me because I apparently talk about the fact that I used to play hockey too much.
No, not anymore. Only when I first met you.
Ever since now, I've become sensitive about it, so I don't talk about it anymore. It's like a hidden secret. But that's one of the things I love about when you fly to Toronto, to Pearson Airport, because when you go to leave Pearson, when you're coming back to the United States, they actually have a separate line for the Americans. So you go through, and all these internationals, the Canadians, everybody, they're all lumped into one line. It's this huge, long line.
Yeah.
And then there's this one clerk that's sitting off to the side, and it's like an express line. You know what I mean?
Just for Americans?
It's like a 10 items or less line at the grocery store.
Hey, please get out of our country, please.
Yeah, you got to figure it's just one more reason why they hate us. You know what I mean?
They hate us because they ain't us. Did he say anus?
I think so.
Now, in other drunken news, get this one, okay?